Hi everyone, I'm Michael.
And I'm Patrick, and you're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today we have a big, exciting story. The Rogue One trailer is going to be released this Friday, July 15th.
Only a few days from now.
Yeah, really close. It's officially announced by ABC Studios that they're going to be showing the Star Wars cinematic experience, The Secrets of the Force Awakens documentary that's released with the Blu-ray, which we saw.
Yeah, that's the making of documentary.
Yeah, which is about an hour and 10 minutes. They're going to be showing that at 8 p.m. Eastern Time this Friday, July 15th. And they also announced on the docket on their website that they'll also be showing a Rogue One official trailer.
Which is 3 minutes long.
Which is going to be 3 minutes long, yeah. Which is really exciting. We assume that they're going to show, because it's going to be probably like an hour and a half time slot, they're going to show the documentary first, and then we're going to see the trailer after that, right at the end. And then it'll, that'll be the whole program.
Yeah. It's not clear if it'll air before, during, or after. I'm assuming after.
Yeah, and it's nice that we had an actual, set in stone time that they're telling us. Yeah. And I assume that right after that, because it'll be released, streaming, they'll put it up on YouTube, because anyone could just rip it off of a video capture device and put it online. So at that point, there'll be no stopping it. So they'll just put it up at that point, I assume. So we can all watch it on YouTube, probably around 9:30.
Yeah. So the other thing is that Star Wars Celebration is happening in London that very same day. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a Rogue One panel happening that very same day at 4 p.m. General Meridian time, which for us, Eastern Standard Time, is 11 a.m. Yeah. And you can make your adjustments from there if you live on the West Coast. I think they're 3 hours behind.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 4 p.m. GMT. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that they're going to show it there first.
Yeah.
As an exclusive. You're the first public people to see this for the fans at Celebration. Mm-hmm. And then the only thing is, at what point will they upload it online?
Yeah.
Because they've usually, I remember when The Force Awakens preview was coming out, they're like, oh, it's only in this one film in theaters you have to go see. And then during the day, they just released it.
Yeah. I find that they have a very hard time, hiding trailers and stuff like this. But I think, the only way they can get away with it is at a panel. They say, everyone put away recording devices. Someone does, but the Batman vs. Superman one, it was on a cell phone camera. It wasn't very good, and they don't really want people to see the trailer that way. Yeah. But it's going to be coming out later on, and it's at a panel, so how many people will be able to record it, put it online, and see the crappy version of it when you can see it 7 hours later?
Exactly.
In a better version.
So my guess is, Lucasfilm will have a small army of people taking down the cell phone cam versions of it left and right for about 9 hours until we get to 9 o'clock, or they might even release it during the day ahead of the special.
Well, I feel like they want to maybe release it at the special to get people to watch ABC.
So maybe 15 minutes after it airs.
Yeah, but for sure though, we'll see it at that point, 9:30 Friday. And 3 minutes long is a pretty long trailer, so we're gonna see a lot of new footage.
So set your watches, guys. Mm-hmm. July 15th. Sometime in the evening, it'll be there one way or another. If it's not officially released on the YouTube channel by then, people will have captured it off TV in high definition.
We will have watched it.
Yeah. So we're going to do a reaction video live when we first see it that night. Mm-hmm. So I guess this is the second part of this video that we wanted to do, is just expectations from the trailer. Yeah. What are we expecting? What are you guys expecting? You can let us know in the comments. But I guess, I feel like Rogue One has a lot to establish that it's not Episode 8. This is not a continuation of, everyone loves Force Awakens, did gangbusters, good reviews, good word of mouth.
But, the general public just thinks that this might be the next one right after that, right?
Star Wars fans, no.
Yeah.
But, I would differentiate the Star Wars fandom into, Star Wars viewers and Star Wars fans. And, because everyone's like, oh, yeah, Star Wars. I've seen Star Wars. I like it. It was good. Saw the last one. I'll see another one.
Yeah.
But they may not know that this is essentially a prequel that takes place right before the original.
Yeah, so I think they might try to establish for sure that they're building, or that the Death Star is built, and they have that around. And we're oh, okay, this is definitely not the after Force Awakens, because there's no Death Star, and also they'll probably show. I'm thinking maybe a glimpse of Darth Vader.
They have to show Darth Vader, and also that would cement it that Darth Vader's around. Okay, this really is.
Yeah, because people know that it's been released, but it hasn't really if you're just someone who only knows about these movies by seeing trailers for them at movie theaters, you don't know that he's coming in this movie
exactly.
Yet. So they're gonna have to show a bit of it.
It has to be more than just the sound of him breathing. You have to show that one money shot, at least one or two shots.
Yeah.
And maybe even like the voice of James Earl Jones or something like that.
Yeah.
And also, I think you have to establish, because I mean, they did kind of establish Jyn Erso's character in the previous one, and they established that they're building the Death Star. But I really think they need to drive home that point, because a lot of people will be like, "Oh, what is that? Rey? Kind of looks like her a little bit. She's kind of the same age.
Yeah,
what is it?" Is Forrest Whitaker? Is that Finn in the future? There's a black guy and a young girl. I don't understand. Is this episode 8? So I think that's one of the things that they really need to communicate. This is not episode 8. This is a Star Wars story.
Yeah, and I think because it's going to be long, we're going to see like a little bit more. Now that we have
plot development.
Yeah, we've also heard the character names from Entertainment Weekly, so I think we're going to see a lot more of like little snippets of them each kind of saying their dialogue and giving us like a glimpse of how their character is.
Yeah.
And that we have like all their sort of backstory at this point, not the entire backstory, but like a little like like blurb about each of them. We're gonna kind of see their characters develop a little bit more.
I think they're also gonna have to rely on a lot of like interviews and magazine scoops and stuff to really drive home the point that this is not a continuation of Episode 7. It's essentially a prequel.
Yeah,
I hate calling it a prequel, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's a prequel to the original trilogy.
A spin-off prequel. Yeah. That takes place right before the original Star Wars, and it's going to end like 5 minutes before A New Hope starts, according to rumors.
Yeah.
So, so what I expect, basically, show us a little bit more action, more characters, a little bit. I mean, the story is pretty bare bones. They're building the Death Star. They have to get the plans, but I think you really need to establish that it's new characters, takes place before A New Hope, and by the way, we got Darth Vader.
Yeah, I also think that we're going to see a little bit more of director Orson Krennic, because at this point you just see him standing there menacingly from the teaser.
Which is a good tease.
Which is, but we're going to have to see like why he's a villain. Because also if they show a bit of Vader, you don't want him to just seem like the big bad villain of this movie.
He's probably going to only be in like 2 or 3 scenes most.
Yeah, and they're kind of establishing that Krennic is going to be the main antagonist. Yeah. So we kind of have to see a little bit of him being,
give him some dialogue, maybe hint at some of his motivations or what he's about, because he's like a brilliant military strategist, and he controls the Imperial Navy apparently, or something like that. Yeah. So just give him a little bit of something other than this guy that just stands around looking kind of threatening.
Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of this in this trailer, and sort of what this movie's going to be a little bit like is going to be sort of the Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy sort of, like rogue team that's like trying to, it's called Rogue One, but like a team of like sort of not morally good people, like somewhat,
they're kind of like
gray.
mercenaries, kind of ragtag kind of band.
Exactly. And I think they have to show that a little bit more of that in this teaser.
I think they should also show some of the new ships too, because we have that new U-wing design.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
for sure, that'd be cool.
The only thing we've seen in the teaser is like stuff we've seen: Imperial Walkers, a couple of generic land speeders and stuff, but not X-wings, nothing new. So I think that would be cool to just sort of give us something new.
I think we'll definitely see a bit more of the Death Troopers as well, because we saw glimpses of them, but nothing menacing.
Nothing
yet,
substantial. We didn't really see them kicking ass, or why these guys should be feared.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like a military movie, so I want to see more of this sort of like military elite unit, military vehicles.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure you're all looking forward to it. We're obviously looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. So
coming out July whenever.
July 15th.
Yeah.
So set your watches for then. Leave any feedback you have. If what you think we're going to see, what you'd like to see. Mm-hmm. Just any comment in general, leave it down below. We love hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
And we'll see you then.